Hello and welcome. Today we're looking at Star Survivor and why I think you should try it. So, real quick, meta outside gameplay sort of things. You have a card collection. Sometimes you want to limit that. I can kind of explain that a little bit later. You can discover cards by going up here and just... It costs you a certain amount, which is this much, and that is your sort of out-of-game currency. So you can do pretty much anything. I mean, you can kind of... I'm just going to scrap this. I'm trying to keep the number low so I can hopefully get to a couple of upgrades separate from that. There's a deck builder, of course, because anytime you have cards, you need to be able to build your deck. I am just using the basic one. Now, this and this, Challenge and Endless, they give you cards as a reward. Campaign's reward is you are allowed to upgrade a card. And I'm sure we'll see... I have a bunch of upgraded cards, so I'm sure we'll see one in here. Challenge is pretty fun. Endless is pretty fun. The campaign's pretty much mostly how I play it. We are going to restart the campaign. New campaign. Now, also, besides unlocking cards, this currency also unlocks ships. Ships are great. They each have a sort of theme, and they all have a reference in general, I think, other than this. I'm not sure if that one is, but, you know, you got, like, the Voyager. I can't remember what the Falcon was. Hornet is from Wing Commander. The Defiant, I think, is a Star Trek. The Galactica, Deep Space Nine. So what we're going to do is I'm actually going to... Here's the very basic one, and we're going to start with that. And we're going to be using the default deck. And I'm going to record a little bit at the beginning, and then I'll record some towards the end, after the end, when you can kind of see things. So we're going to go to about this place. Now, each of these map icons tells you what it is. This is kill 150 enemies. Survive for 120 seconds, destroy 7 asteroids. What we will probably do is this one hold 25 credits. So we'll probably start here, and we'll do like, hopefully we'll get up to the shop. And then we'll cut that off, because these runs do tend to end up a little bit on the long side. Like, probably a full run on this can take anywhere from like 40 minutes if you're going relatively quick, all the way up to, like, you could easily take an hour and 20 minutes in a single run. It takes some time. But, on the nice part, in between each map node, you can also save and exit, and you can come back. Ooh. Let's take this Tesla coil. Yeah. So, that brings us to our ship. In our ship, each individual ship has different openings, slots, how many it has, not just how many it has, but also where they're at, and you can upgrade those with cards as you go. We're going to toss that in the front, because it will allow us to kill things faster, and we need to kill things faster. And we need to be able to kill meteors. So we're going to take this heavy cannon up here as well, because we want to be able to destroy meteors. There we are. So meteors they drop your money, which is the out-of-game currency, but they also can drop upgrades. Alright, upgrading this, we are going to go with auto turret? Oh, let's just do extra volley, because that'll help out while we're here. So when you destroy your yeah, see, that blue upgrade. That's just an automatic upgrade, so we don't have to do anything to get this one. Do we want these things? We'll go with a bullet build. We'll go with something like that. So let's grab a shield. Shield helps me because I get hit a lot. If I needed it, that thing that I just picked up was a item. Oh, we're gonna grab that. All right. We got a lot of forward firepower now. We just need a burst turret. We'll get moving. So here's your unupgraded card. And then if you look at this, you can see the gold sights here. That's an upgraded card. In this particular case, it actually shows you the one I wanted to talk about anyway. Expansion slots are what I was talking about, where you see all these. These are expansion slots. So when you first get this, these cards are not upgraded, and it'll either be one forward or one rear. The card itself will give one slot, either forward or rear. For example, this one is an upgraded forward or rear, I don't know which. But when you upgrade them, they suddenly give you one on each of those sides. So we're going to take that. And kill 150 enemies. Kill 450 enemies. That's a lot of enemies. Survive for 50. Okay, let's kill some enemies. A lot of those survive for are great when you're just kind of chilling. But if you wanted to get through it fast, things like kill enemies, just specified number of enemies, is kind of the easiest way to go fast. And these, sometimes the games do get a little long. Oh, hey, we have some nice chains going on there. All right, we are all about those. So we're gonna take this. This will apply to all weapons, projectile weapons going forward, not just the ones we have on there now. So since we're gonna go with that, we know now each of our bullets, when it hits, has a tiny little explosion. So that everything just kind of adds up. These green upgrades pull all the experience to you. Sort of stuff you've seen in everything. All right, let's see. Now it's giving me all the beams. Let's grab a Tesla coil and let's put it on one of the sides. Now, that Tesla coil can now only fire to that side. I believe it's that one. Yeah. So that's how you get your 360-degree coverage, which is always nice. There's an upgraded one. I've also upgraded this one. We're going to grab that because upgraded level up rate, especially when you skip a few things, is going to be great. Just makes us go more experience. We've actually had a pretty good start. That. Alright, yeah, see, this is going great for us. Here we go. All of our projectile weapons are now going to deal 10 extra damage. We have... This doesn't count, but we have a lot of projectile damage. And honestly, you start off pretty weak, but you can get pretty powerful pretty fast if you get lucky with the cards like we have. Burn chance will be good. We'll just keep upgrading the kind of stuff that we got here, and hopefully we will get a burst cannon or a upgrade that does fire points. I like the burst cannon way because the burst cannon affects itself. Alright, sometimes this can be very good, especially if you're me and you get hit a lot, so we'll probably take that. Alright, let's grab another green one. Let's see. Yeah, see, we're already almost done with our enemy count there. We're already almost at 140. Since we're doing all the guns, we're going to go ahead and take that. It's a turret. Now, turrets are cool because turrets means I can put this in the rear and it will still fire at things other directions. Turrets themselves are kind of a really nice build for that purpose, but they seem to be really... There's some other stuff you can do, like beams and stuff, that's just crazy looking. You blot out the sky, and... That sounds like an exaggeration, but it is not. There are times where I'm like, I can't see anything. Alright, let's get this one, and then I'll show you the shop, and then I will show you... We'll jump back in at the card upgrade shop. And that way you can see what both of the in-game shops look like, too. So this will probably end up being, I'm going to guess this will probably end up being about a 25-minute video or something if I do it that way. Otherwise, again, it'd probably be like half hour. Well, no, half hour. Massive understatement. No, more like an hour or more. Alright, now all our projectiles will pierce, which means they can go through. This is also the cool part about piercing projectiles is they pierce independently of their split. So if they split, the split ones can still pierce, and if they pierce, the one that it went through can still split. Yeah. Yeah, everything stacks on itself. Just stacks upon stacks upon stacks. And as you get going, you kind of get to the point where having more, you end up needing extra side parts. Yeah, we're definitely going to take that. These cards are just, that's going to give us another equipment slot, and that is going to be huge to making sure that we have enough space to get everything we possibly want. Hopefully, we can kill these guys and not have to take forever. See, because this time we got 450 to kill, which is just a little bit more. An auto turret, yes. I would like to add to all the bullets. Oh, my nose itches. It's very good. Like that moment, you know you can't scratch your nose, so it must itch. No! Hey, a beam turret. Maybe it'll... well, I mean, it'll work. We'll get turret range. It's just not... It's not my favorite turret because it aims once and then you kind of orient yourself around it. It's very strange. But it makes sense from a gun's worth like this sort of way, but it's very strange. Alright, let's take Pierce on hit. That way we get more pierces. Pierces all the time. Reward. Lose no hissing things. 20 damage on the eye or an ion shot. Are we going to use... We have a heavy cannon, right? Yeah, we got a heavy cannon, so let's take that since it's a golf bow. Alright, that gets us to our first type of shop. Now, the first type of shop is just a regular shop. You have all these items that you can grab, some of which are great, some of which are just okay. Let's grab this Tesla coil one since I got 2 of those. That's pretty good. Or attack speed. Or both. We'll buy both. And then, of course, like most games, you can reload for a certain number of times. In this case, the cost of our credits, and since we have a ton of credits, it's not too bad to do. I'm going to reroll one more time, just in case, because right at these levels, getting a little bit extra equipment would be nice. But that is the set that we will do for now. Kittens are just attacking everything in the background. Alright, so that, we will jump back in somewhere around here, so that way I can show you this, not here, but here. That way I can show you the card upgrade shop. So, we will be back through the magic of editing in just a moment. And we are back. So, here is our other type of store. This store you actually get to upgrade cards, so we'll use these two as great examples because these are the cards that I want to upgrade on my permanent basis. And so instead of just giving me one right equipment slot, it gives me one right and one left, and makes it a gold card temporarily till the end of that run. So, let's do that real quick. Both of those because all the slots that I'm not going to use now. Ooh, let's do that one. And yeah, I think that'll probably work. Just in case. Alright, so we will now go through, not here, because look, like 360, that's like 5 minutes of just that level. We will go through this one and then hit the boss. That will be it for this video. But, like I said before, we... Ignore the flashy screen. We added a few more items. We've got our burst turret, and this gave us one of our upgrades that we really, really like. It is an upgrade on the number of fire points. So we're going to be firing a little bit of bullets, just a couple. So we got one of those in each quadrant because those affect quadrants. We didn't unfortunately get one for here, but we shoot a lot of bullets, and we may or may not have picked up a shield or two. Those are just upgrades, by the way. We only have the 2 shields that we had when still at the very beginning. So it's just cards letting you go sort of bonkers out of the bullets. This one, we need to kill some asteroids. Unfortunately, we never got any upgrades to our collection radius. So it's only about the same size as our shield. So you can see, because everything just kind of dies before it can get anywhere near me. And things collecting things just a little bit more difficult occasionally. Like the experience is not in tightly grouped, efficient clusters, but then again, everything dies almost instantly the moment it comes in stream. Efficiency would be nice, but the fact that we're shooting, oh god, I can't even count. How many is that? Looks like it almost, wow, our heavy cannon that starts off shooting 1 by itself is shooting like 11 right now. The last boss I saw before this level teleported in front of me and died before I realized he was And again, what I do want to point out is this is the default ship using the default deck. So you can definitely 100% make this game go crazy. Just going through every node, as long as you're buying towards something. Like when you look, you probably notice our current radius, which is the giant bubble that almost touches the top and the bottom of the screen. All of our turrets shoot at that range. So even if you just do a basic build of turrets or something like that, something that seems very simple, you'll still get a whole bunch of stuff going on. And it's, like I said, a lot of that, part of that is these, because these burst turrets have a card that gives you extra fire points, and we've gotten that card like 3 or 4 times, at least 3 or 4 times. So these 3 quadrants of our ship are just shooting out literally tons of whatever they're shooting. We'll take this actually, and we will throw it in there. And you can see, you know, it starts off with 1, and then we almost circled the ship with ion fragments, and we only got them in 2 coordinates. We should have a few extra. Alright, we've already beat 350 enemies. Now if I can find more. Hey, there we go. We need money now. Mission's still gonna take 10 minutes. Why? Because we gotta go find it. Since the asteroids don't really always show up on the screen before they get blown up, don't necessarily know where the cache is. And we're getting there though. Getting close. Ah, there we go. We must have blown some up over in this direction. Oh, that's the beauty of this game. Everything is always going crazy constantly. Hey, nasty. Keep going this way. Oh, there we go. There we go. Meteor showers. That'll give me all the asteroids, all the money I need. Yep, there. Meteor shower. Came through in the end. Alright, what are we gonna say? Yeah, 115% chance to pierce. I was actually backwards on that. Things that pierce can explode twice. So the explosion and then the fragment, and you know, complicated. Alright. Rechargeable shield? No. 10 for, yeah, we'll go with that. We don't need any more slots. I technically want to buy more slots, but that's because I'm like a glutton for punishment, and they apparently have at least 5 empty slots on my ship at all times. Just in case. So when you get to the final mission actually generally... Oh, we're going to leave that there. We're going to leave that there, and we're going to come up here. The final mission is... The boss doesn't usually come out until about a minute and a half or so in. We have the green thing down there, I was going to say, well, but... sometimes you'll get here and there'll be nothing. So it's just asteroids and regular stuff. Sometimes you'll get here and it'll be filled with hives, like that one that go up. Sometimes you'll get here and it's just these mining outposts. The mining outposts are great because that means you've got at least, usually, I think timing it, I believe it was about 2. You could get about 2 mining installations before the boss jumps. He gets his. But the cool part is, since we have that little XP gathering thing that drops from that asteroid, we're going to go from this mining installation to this mining installation real fast, and that way we get 2 more upgrades before the boss gets here. Make them even crazier. Hopefully. Extra split on sure. For money. Here. This one. We just gotta remember that thing's there, otherwise I'll forget. Going to forget, probably. And yeah, this game lets you get super bunkers. You just spin the wheel and kill everything in sight. There's a build that I've done with like beams where it literally blacks out the entire inside of the screen. I was really thinking about doing one of those, but then I realized that since it blacks out the inside of almost the entire screen for like 90% of the time you play, it's impressive, but you can't see anything. Let's rewrite. More splits. Ooh, ion freeze. Yes. Yeah, I guess that didn't make any sense. I mean, if I take Ion Freeze, it would require someone to live through the first shot, right? Yeah. Got frozen for a brief moment. Oh, we did get frozen. Hey, we did get one frozen. The guy over here was frozen. Hey, there's this guy. Okay, so it wasn't a complete waste. Just kind of seems like it. No more turret range. If I add more turret range, oh, hey, everybody, do 10 more damage. That's the magic of the upgraded card. The previous, the regular size card. Oh, I don't even need that other green thing because I got one over here. Not even close to a basketball level. But, maybe. Towards the end of the game, you kind of end up getting all of these upgrades off of. Ow! Asteroids. Ow. Oh, this boss. Ow. This boss. Ironically, this boss probably best killed with the other kills. The beam kill everywhere you can't see. Because you do have to kind of dodge this boss if you're using with the projectiles. You can't see his. Well, you can barely see his life bar. It's about to finish. Let him alone? No, come back. Okay, there he is. Yes, his life bar was roughly here, but since everything was tinted red, it's a little hard to see. Alright, so, our campaign took a total of 40 minutes. How many we killed, how much money, all that good stuff, and the reward. And here's what I was talking about earlier. This is the part that I wanted to show you and why we skipped forward to an ending so you can see. In this case, we can upgrade any of these cards to be a gold level card. So if we took this shot cannon one, it would go from 10 damage to 15 damage, and all the versions of it I draw from now on work that way. So, as I said, I've been trying to keep my selection of cards, and not doing a very good job of it, but I've been trying to keep my selection down to a smaller amount. And the reason for that was I want to upgrade those equipment slot cards. So I kind of end up at this point, when I do one of these, I kind of end up re-rolling a lot, and this is, you know, it's on me. It's just because I want to get that one thing. Oh, we might just do that, though. Yeah, because that's another one of those cards. If you're doing turns, you're probably picking this card 3 or 4 times. Well, let's see if we can get it. Get the good stuff. Not so far. We got one more draw. We can do it. +1 weapon radius. Ooh, that would be good. Some of these would actually be really good. 5% attack speed for drones. I have a drone build that would wonderfully use that. Okay, one more try. Alright. Hey, we didn't get the one we wanted, which would have been a slot, but we did get attack speed for beam weapons, and that's fun. So we're going to upgrade that. Now it's going to do 15%. Alright, that is basically one slightly cut up run in the campaign, and that shows you kind of what it looks like at the beginning and kind of what it looks like in the end. And again, this was the starter ship and the starter deck, so you could do this right off the bat just by playing the moment you buy it. And I like this game because you can kind of just chill out and relax while you play it. It can be hard, especially if you look at like this. The Strike Freedom, this ship has no shields, it has 1 life, and it only starts with like 4 slots. It's so much harder. So you do have a difference of difficulty depending on what ship you have, and if you make your own decks, what decks you're using. So that is why I think you should play Star Survivor, and with that, thank you for watching, and have a great day.